What's going on, Milli Roaders? If this is not your first time tuning into the channel, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you guys can keep up with all my shenanigans and especially the car reviews like the one that I'm going to be doing today. So if you haven't already noticed, right behind me I have the 2020 Blazer RS. That's right, the Blazer RS. And I want to give a huge shout out to Eileen and Brian for letting me review their brand new car, which is fantastic. So let's get started with the review. All right, guys, so the first thing that I really want to talk about is the front end of this car. And of course, me being a Camaro owner, I absolutely love it because not only does the front end look like a Camaro, but it looks super aggressive. So one of the first things that you notice is this light right here, which is actually not the headlight. This is a headlight. This is the LED daytime running light, which I absolutely love. It makes the car look even more aggressive during the day and especially at night. But I love how it looks. Now, moving on to the side, as you can tell, the car does have this gloss black trim throughout the entire bottom of the car, which is a very nice touch. And of course, the wheels match with that trim. So the wheels are 21-inch wheels and they absolutely look fantastic on this car. Again, everything is pretty much gloss black. So you have this pillar right here, which is gloss black as well. And you have all the logos or the emblems throughout the entire car in gloss black as well. All right, guys, so now that we're in the rear of the car, I really want to point out the taillights of this car because I actually like it a lot. It's a different design, so it kind of looks a little bit like an Aventador. I don't know, because I don't know, it has that little triangular look. I don't know, I just like it a lot, and I really do enjoy the rear of this car as well. And as you can tell, there's a lot more gloss black trim down below, which just looks fantastic with this car. All right, guys, so one thing that I do like doing in all my videos is seeing if I could actually fit the golf clubs in the rear of the cars that I review. So as you can tell, in this car, it has plenty of space, and it has actually enough space to fit an average Cuban man and of course a set of golf clubs. So check that thing out, it's plenty of space. So if you come closer, you'll be able to see that this car was able to fit me and the golf clubs pretty easily. So this has 30 cubic feet of storage with the rear seats up, and if you put the rear seats down, you get 64 cubic feet of storage, which is perfectly fine to fit a ton of stuff. And I'm a little bit out of breath, so that'll be a cut. All right, guys, so in the last clip you were able to see that I was able to fit into a trunk without a problem, of course, with my handy golf bags. So now I want to talk about the interior and see how much space there is in the rear seats. So if you come on this way, you'll be able to see that there's plenty of space in the rear seats. If I could unlock the door, there'll be plenty of space here in the rear seats for 5 people to fit without a damn problem. So plenty of space here, 5 fingers, and of course on the other side as well. And this is with that seat being very far back, because once you turn on the car and you have your profile set, which I'll talk about in a bit, the seat does go a little bit forward, especially for me since I'm a little bit shorter than normal. You'll be able to go a little bit forward and you'll have more space in the rear. So let's get to that right now. All right, guys, so as I mentioned before, this car has a ton of features. So a few quick little features that this car does have is for adaptive cruise control. You could actually control how far you want to be from the car in front of you. It also has heated steering wheel, and of course it has this beautiful gauge cluster that's here right in front of me, which shows a ton of information. And as you see, I'm scrolling along, it does have the driver assistance, so that way it keeps you in your own lane. That's pretty cool, and it also tells you the speed limit of the street that you're on. All right, guys, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the infotainment system. So right here in front of me, I have this 8-inch screen, which does come with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto for you guys. But the cool thing that I want to point out is the cameras. So this car literally has cameras throughout the entire car, so that way you can protect your wheels, the rear bumper, the front bumper, and so forth. The only thing I don't like is that this 3D model of your car is not the same color as the car. Obviously, the car that I'm in is red hot. This is like some gray color, so I wish they would have made it the same color, but whatever, not a big deal. It does the job. So as you can see, it has a bunch of different cameras everywhere, which is very, very nice. All right, guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is the dual climate control system that we have here, and I find that very cool. I've always liked this about the Camaros, and I'm glad they brought it into a Chevy Blazer. So you're able to control the air temperature for the passenger on this side, on this vent, and then the driver has this vent to control the air temperature. You could also sync it, so that way the driver is in control of everything. But the only thing I don't like about this part here is that it's very hard to see the buttons because of this part right here. I wish You know, I wish they would have probably made this thing stick out a little bit more, so that way the driver could see or the passenger could see a little bit more, but whatever, not a big deal. Another thing that this car does come with is heated and cool seats, which is very nice. Alright guys, the next thing that I want to talk about is the USB ports. So it has a USB port here, a USB-C port actually, and a regular USB port. And there's 2 more USB ports inside this center cubby, which is very nice. It also does come with wireless charging for your cell phone. Now, moving on down, there are 2 cup holders in the front and 2 more in the rear. But as their owner told me, these cup holders are not big enough to fit like a big size Yeti, which is like a downside for him. And I agree, because they, you know, if you have a Yeti, you could definitely just take it around everywhere. Now, moving on down here, we have a little button here so I could choose the different driving modes. And of course, you just twist it and it selects the different types of driving modes. So right now it's in sport mode. And you see here on the screen that it does change every time you do twist that knob. It does change and it gives you the different information there. So that's pretty cool. Thing that I forgot to mention is that this steering wheel is actually heated as well. So for you guys up north, you could definitely use that and it'll keep your hands warm in the winter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 0 to 60, yeah.
Right now? On the street?
What?
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh! This thing actually peeled out. Holy crap. Alright, so that was fast. Alright guys, so now that I'm driving the Chevy Blazer RS, I really do like the acceleration that this car did have, as you guys saw in the previous video. So it's very comfortable to drive. It takes the bumps really well. It's pretty fast for a mid-size SUV. I think it moves great, and that's a huge plus for me. Look, the more I drive it, the more I like the interior. And of course, this beautiful leather is everywhere in the car, and of course, this red stitching that's very nice as well because it matches the exterior. The price of this car is $47,000 as is, so it comes with all the tech that you guys were able to see there. So I think it's a great price point for this car. It's not too much because you literally get what you pay for, and I really do find it very nice. Apart from that, interior is great, tech is great, acceleration is great. So this is a great daily driver for yourself and for your family. I think it's a great mid-size SUV. Well, anyways guys, I think that's it. I think I covered everything about this car, and I really do enjoy it. If you like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you guys can see the rest of the videos that I do and other reviews like this one. And that's it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.